What's up, RAF gang? Welcome back to another unboxing video. This is a little weird one. So I got this little update on my Best Buy app that said open box clearance at the outlet centers, up to 50% off, and there's all kinds of ranges of discounts. So I'm like, all right, whatever, 65-inch, highest to lowest, and I'm going from the top down, and there is a certain Samsung QLED 8K 900C for a pretty damn good price. So I was like, where is this at? It was at one location in Minnesota. I thought about it all day, didn't jump on it, but at night after they closed, I'm thinking, why not just look at it? Drive down there, and it's in the worst box I've ever seen for a TV. It's basically strapped together with, I don't know how the hell this thing is even in place, but it's there. And it was actually lower price than on the app. So I was like, I gotta look at it, see what it is. And here it is, guys. This is the 65-inch QN900C Neo QLED 8K TV. So yeah, it's kind of falling apart under the bottom. I mean, stuff's, styrofoam's there. It's literally gonna fall out. If it wasn't for this right here, this thing would split open and this whole thing would fall out. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to not cut these and just reuse it. Whatever these weird straps are, I have to remember how they did it. Because I mean, if something goes wrong with this TV, I need a way to box it up, But anyway, I'm gonna take this apart and lay it on the old table there that has various TVs. So the plan is, if all works out well, is I move the TCL 8K to the secondary where the GX is. Samsung 8K here. So we want to have two 8Ks. This one I'm probably gonna try to sell. Most likely try to sell. We'll see. But remember now, I tried Samsung 8K. This was like 3 years ago. Unboxing is there, and I was not happy, guys. I mean, I was super excited. My first 8K TV in the RAFCAVE, and I mean, it was just TCL's been amazing. But hopefully this high-end Samsung 8K fixed those issues I was having 2 years later, 3 years later, maybe 2 years. And here we go, guys. Now, this is not a conventional unboxing. No company has sent this to me. This is just me saving up and taking a chance on something, because once you go 8K, you don't go back. I've been all around TVs. 8K is, I'm spoiled. All right, well, here we go, guys. This is another vlog type unboxing video for the RAFCAVE. Hope you enjoy it, and fingers crossed that nothing is wrong with this TV. No chips, no dings, nothing crazy that's missing. And of course, when I turn it on eventually, the DSE is very minimal. No blotches, no black spots running those tests. No pixels out, no lines, and it just works out well. We'll see. All right, guys, see you in a bit. Peace. All right, guys, so I got the top part out, and yeah, they give you the generic styrofoam blocks down there, but there's no way to keep this straight up and down, so I'm literally like holding it here. But you got a sticker on the front there, don't know what that is. Got some whatever weird chafing, what do you call that? Some, yeah, residue. I don't know what that red streak is right there. I'm not sure. Looks like we got weird stuff on the speakers. But yeah, it looks like we got the stand. Looks like you got, I'll have to open this up. There's a bag in there. I see a power cable. I'm hoping there's a remote. Yeah, so let me just get this up on the table and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I guess it wasn't the stand. This is the One Connect box. One Connect box, 4 HDMI 2.1s, USBs. That's the ATSC 3.0 for 4K broadcast, LAN, optical. And then we got the amazing cable that connects it all, power and signal. Is that a cap? Right. Okay, cap. And then there's a cap on here, cool. Power cord, and thank goodness the remote control is here. This one here is the solar power charging one. Never need batteries for it. It does have a USB. Is that USB-C? USB-C, if you want to charge it that way too. Sweet. So apparently this one, let me cover up some stuff. Yep, customer was not satisfied with the TV. So we'll see if I'm satisfied. Whew. All right, so got the TV up here. So I'm just gonna wipe this down as best I can first, and I'm gonna flip it over and then check out the screen and see what that looks like. All right, be right back. All right, guys, got the back cleaned off as much as I could there. So far, the eye test seems okay so far. Until we get to the bottom here, I'll show you something. Right there. Just a little crack, but the infamous small power button still clicks. Hope no one dropped it on this. It cracked inward probably, huh? Ugh. Looks like we got some peel here I can pull off. That's nice. Maybe this whole bottom. Yeah, I don't think they ever pulled that off. So I'll be able to pull that off, I think. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to flip it over. Let's see the front. Alright, we got the quality checklist here. Controls, tuner, everything works properly. Full quality, no distortion. No visible damage. Free from scratches, dents, and blemishes. Power cord remote. No stand received with unit. Alright, so here's the front. And yeah, I don't see anything jumps out at me, of course. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, right? Looks like it still has the film. I'm not sure if it's on the front still or not. That's for the sides. Maybe they did take it off the front. Yeah, probably. I got some cleaning to do. Some heavy duty fingerprints. That right there is ridiculous, how big that smudge is. I hope I can get that out. That looks rough. Ugh. Otherwise, just the usual fingerprint smudges, of course. No one wears the white gloves when they handle their TVs there in the store. So most likely they already did the ceremonial peel on the front. So yeah, I guess I'll just clean it up as best I can, flip it over and get the stand on it, and swap it out with the TCL. Should probably take off these side strips too. Alright guys, see you in a bit. Alright, so now I'm getting the mount, I took it off the TCL, it's off of there. Putting it on here, the mounting holes are a lot higher than the TCLs, so I gotta adjust the bar here. And check out my video if you haven't. I made an unboxing and mounting of this TV stand thing. So anyway, because they put the actual connector right across from the mounting hole, it's unfortunate for me because I have a horizontal mount, not a vertical mount. So I need to get over this wire. So I need to have some spacers here underneath, and I've tried to find something in my house, and I don't have anything. So I went to Menards and got these fender washers, just something that's a little bit rounder to, a little bit wider than the actual mount itself, because the back of this TV it's very, it's thinner. I mean, obviously to get the thinness of the TV and the sleekness and all that stuff, and Samsung being eco-friendly, they don't want to have a lot of extra bulk. They made this back panel very just thin, we'll say. So I wanted to have something a little bit wider and not narrow. So anyway, I'm gonna get these installed. Hopefully it works. Be right back. All right, RAF gang, we got the mount installed, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. The reason why is because these 4 bolts are so much higher than the TCL, which means this middle piece, I don't even know if this is going to work. It's going to work here. It might not work, so I have to go to, I don't know, one of these two. Hopefully it works. And because it has to be, because these are so high, I have to get this low enough it's off a little bit. It won't attach to the top bracket because it's not long enough. So I got a couple of zip ties here to keep it secure. It's not moving at all. It's not budging. It's not loose at all. It's solid. But I mean, what do you do? What do you do? All right. So, and yeah, I had to flip it upside down this way because they're obviously supposed to go up, but these are closer than this is. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna put it on there and hope for the best. Fingers crossed. But this is the best I can do. Got those washers on the bottom there, so that'll alleviate the gap for the wire. It's not pinching too much, not at all. And then I space these out also the same way. All right, here we go. All right, got the TV on the mount here and the connect box here for now to reposition it later. Single wire. Got the HDMI here on the ARC, and we've got the antenna and the Ethernet. And yeah, let's see. Barely fits above that. It's definitely lower than before, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with the center speaker. Figure it out later. Anyway, let's the remote here. I'm charging it right now. No solar energy down in the basement. So let's see what happens here.
Two simple options. How would you like to get started? Choose one. To use the accessibility function, simply press and hold the volume button.
Alright, so I'm immediately looking at the TV for any blemishes, and I don't see any. Looking in the edges, looks good. No burn, no pixels or any weird lines or any blemishes, so that's good. Alright, so remote works. Smartphone quick and easy or remote control step by step? I'm doing the smartphone. Alright, so I need to get a phone and get this set up. Be right back. All right, RAF gang, so I got it installed on the wall mount. Well, it's a table mount, and it worked out great. Now I had a few times where I had to go back and forth because it wasn't lining up perfectly with my center channel, which I'll show you in a minute. So I had to take it off, realign it, put it back on. Didn't work. Take it off, put it back. It's a huge process, but I can finally say I got it hooked up the right way. So let's check it out. All right, so it is on the mount, and I put everything back nice and neat like it was before. And I'll show you in the front that it barely it's barely fitting above my stuff here, which is the way I wanted it. Now as far as the Connect box goes, since it didn't come with the table mount, it normally would attach right here, but no mount came with the TV, so I have my own, which is fine. You can either mount it to the side here with those little screws there, which it probably wouldn't work because that's in the way, and I don't think you can. I think it's just this side you can put it on if you want. So where I put it is next to it on the speaker here, under Michael, of course. So the one Connect box is here. Got the Ethernet hooked up, the antenna for the ATS3 3.0, and I have my one fiber HDMI going to the eARC, which is amazing because the TCL did not have the ARC in the HDMI 2.1 slot, so that's kind of sucked. And then I had the one connect cable going here, and then it's going up to right there. Really nice underneath the mount. These speakers are crazy. They're awesome. Unfortunately, it's firing backwards on an open area, so it sounds like all the sound is behind the TV. Normally supposed to go on a wall mount. But I gotta say, I love the design of this infinity screen. Super thin. I mean, wow, right? Super thin. That's as thick as my my GX OLED was, the gallery. So thinness is definitely appreciated, especially when you compare it to the old TCL 8K there, which is fat. This is a nice surprise. So now it fits wonderfully above the Series X and the Super Box here, and under the the hard drive, and then above my PS5 here, and just for the center channel, it's a little bit higher, unfortunately. The center channel, so I can't tuck it underneath it. But the benefit is because the TV is so thin, I was able to fit my center channel back as far enough I can, and then I have just enough for my just enough room for my webcam. So sitting in my chair, I will be wonderfully amazed by the Samsung flagship 8K TV in the RAFCAVE. Oh my God. Bucket list has been achieved for my TV because, as you all know, the TCL 8K TV is beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm spoiled with 8K. I love it. But now with the Samsung 8K, I can tell you right now, after tweaking, it's better. Now, when I say tweaking, I want to tell you all about it when I flip the camera, but I just want to show you guys that it is installed. It looks beautiful in front of me here, and I get to enjoy all the future video games on PS5 and Series X on this absolutely stunning Samsung TV. So yeah, I am surrounded by 8K. 8K to my right, 8K in front of me, so I'm definitely good to go in the RAFCAVE with 8K TVs. Yeah. All right, let me flip the camera. I'll tell you a little more about it. All right, so now that I'm in front of the camera here, I can talk to you a little bit more about my experience with turning it on, and 2 days, a couple days later, having to play around with the settings and getting used to the Tizen interface again, and this little tiny thin remote here. It does everything I need. I mean, it's tiny, thin. I can recharge it in the sun if I want, or plug in USB-C in the bottom, so I'll never need batteries for it. Nice remote. Cool. So, as I was saying in the beginning of the video, when I had the Samsung 800A, I think it was, one of the first 8K Samsung TVs, I was absolutely thrilled to have one of the first 8K TVs on the market in the RAFCAVE. Check out my unboxing video there if you'd like to see how excited I was. And then, an hour later, after I got it set up, I played some games on it and watched some antenna TV and stuff.
And the thing is, when you get an 8K TV and you watch standard content like an antenna or just generic standard feed 720 stuff, 1080 stuff, it's going to look a little weird. It's going to look a little hazy and soft and rough in the edges and some weird artifacting going on. And I was like, what is this? So I was like, get that out of here. And I just wanted to get to the game. So I played Mortal Kombat 11 on there, and I was blown away by the fluidity of the game. The motion was so smooth. It was just so silky and amazing. And it was low lag, of course. It had game mode and everything, so it felt great. It just looked so different. And then the because there's so many pixels on the screen, over 32 million pixels, it just looks so clear. Now, I made a video about the 8K upscaling. It's just awesome. But then I got to look at the black levels. So in the darker scenes, it was purely gray. It was just like the blooming was nuts. I was like, God, that is disgusting, right? And I just freaked out. And I tried to do a couple settings here and there. It wasn't doing nothing. So I was like, forget this. Box it up. Sent it back immediately the next day. And then I went to the OLED stuff, right? And after some comments in the video, like you should have done this setting and that setting, and I watched some other YouTube videos out there and changed some of these settings, because Samsung's different. Samsung has got a different class of QLED that you got to be aware of when you compare it to other TVs. And I was like, dang it. I mean, I think I had about a 30-day return policy on the thing, but I jumped ship the next day. So I always regretted returning that Samsung TV, even though it wasn't the top tier 900 series, it was the 800 series. So I understood that it doesn't have some blooming, it wasn't going to look as good. But I just wish I would have stuck with it a little bit longer to get familiar with the controls, let the TV settle in or break in. And also because of there's some kind of AI tech or learning tech with the Samsung 8K that the more you watch, the more it can analyze the algorithms and adjust and just make things smoother. Anyway, it's cool stuff. Don't believe me. I went to the OLED, and that was the rest is history on my channel with that. So I've always in the back of my head, I was like, dang, I wish I would have gave that Samsung an extra chance, a little bit longer to the 8K, because I really want to dive into the 8K. But then, of course, the TCL came along, and that was an incredible value, clearance model TV, super discount. I jumped on that, and you can see those videos on my channel as well, unboxing a TCL and talk about it and setting stuff. And that's been an absolute delight, a treat in the RAFCAVE, is to watch the TCL 8K TV. And I've made videos on it. And I love it. Once you go 8K and you see the upscaling of what 4K stuff goes to 8K, it's incredible. And mini LED and QLED and stuff, that together is fantastic. It's not inky OLED blacks, obviously, which I've accepted and I'm okay with, because you have the brilliant color and you have the pixels and you have the upscaling. It's just fantastic. And it's still decent black levels of mini LED. So I love the TCL. So that's not going anywhere. Even though with all the upgrades and yearly boosts and OLED and all that stuff, I was fine with it. But all of a sudden, I'm looking on the app, Best Buy app, and it says an open box clearance week sale or whatever, week and a half sale, and extra discounts on top of the already discounted open box prices, which are really great sometimes at Best Buy. You got to find them. They're diamonds in the rough. If you're looking, you see it, jump on it. So I was like, let me just look at this open box. You know what I mean? They got the outlet centers. Let me just check it out. So I go in the open box clearance area. I filter it out with 65-inch and filter it out from high to low, and just to get an overview. I'm scrolling from the top and down, and yeah, prices are crazy, blah, 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 blah. Samsung 900C 8K 65-inch, la, 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 for that price. Whoa. Now, this has been a bucket list TV for me remember back 2-3 years ago. I've always wanted to get a Samsung top tier 8K TV. Couldn't get it with the 800. Obviously, the price is ridiculous. I mean, they're coming out of freaking $5,000 brand new when they come out. This thing was that low. I've always regretted the 800 and given away, but now I have an opportunity. I've saved up a lot of money. I've saved up money for months and months and months, just for something new to get in the RAFCAVE, because I haven't gotten much in the RAFCAVE for a long time, except for the TCL, obviously, but that's something else. I put it in the cart. I looked, and it's in Eden Prairie. I saved it in my cart, and I had a whole day to think about it. Like, this price is unbelievable. Open box clearance 1 week to decide. You only have one left. That thing's not going to be there for a while. Thought about it. I was like, you know what? I just got to go look at it. I got to look at it because it was in fair condition. Now there's excellent, and then there's like good, and then there's fair on the Best Buy, the tiers of open box. You know, excellent has included everything, original box and everything. There's no scratches. It's fantastic. The good is like minor things might be missing, but nothing serious. And fair is an unknown. Yeah, it's not going to include the original box. You're probably going to miss a bunch of stuff. So beware. That's the price. And dents and nicks and scratches and who knows what else, right? And that's what the price was for this TV. I'm like, it's fair. Oh, great. It's probably going to look like ass. So anyway, I go into the Best Buy Outlet Center, and I don't think I've been to. I think I might have been in Outlet Center once. But basically, it's a giant open room of clearance and open box things. Kind of like a giant furniture store. You walk in, it's just a huge open room, and you just got stuff everywhere. You walk in, and there's just a bunch of generic cardboard boxes for all these TVs, just on the floor, stacked in a couple rows, just stacked. And they got the little tags on the ends of the boxes. So you walk up and down the aisles, and you're just kind of scanning here. And I'm like, oh, great. Where is this thing at, right? So I'm looking. All these generic boxes. It wasn't like there's Sony and there's Samsung and there's this. It was just all generic, everything under the sun, just clumped together in these two rows. And I'm looking, little Samsung, and 900C. There it is. I'm like, okay, whew, it's here, right? And I look closer, and it's $250 less than what the Best Buy app said. And that price was already like, wow, I better just take a look at it. I get there, and it's $250 less. Oh, thank you. So my son was with me. I said, son, hold this box. Don't go nowhere. So I looked up and down the other aisles, and there's a couple LG OLEDs, C3. That was pretty damn enticing as well. But I mean, with the GX, I've already had my OLED flair. I've had my OLED taste for a long time. It's been fine. I went through the Samsung OLEDs. I went through the new G2 or G3. I think it was a G2 OLED, and they're fine. I returned those, though. Probably videos on my channel with that. So this box, as you see, you saw the video, right? It's in the very beginning. Clunky, junky box. There's no description of what was wrong with it, what was missing. It was just the price and the model number. That's it. So I just said, hey, I want this TV. It's all right. Bring it over, or we'll get you a card. So we grabbed this box, and we carefully put on this cart, and we slide it over. But the box is put into two parts, where it slides like this, and all of a sudden the box started stretching and opening it up, and all of a sudden a bunch of styrofoam started falling out the bottom. Like, oh my god, this thing is so janky. Put in this little box. So I'm holding this together, and the Best Buy dude's getting another strap and putting it around it so it won't come out again. So get that going, and the box is just janky and crooked. Anyway, pay for it and push it out and load it up. But you got to remember, guys, even though you put an item in the cart, that doesn't mean it's yours. Someone could have easily bought it online and said, hold for pickup. And that TV would have been disqualified from being purchased. It would have already been in the system as sold. So I got lucky from that as well, because from the moment I saw it the day before to the moment I got there, no one bought it. So thank the heavens it was meant to be to get this TV. So got it loaded up, drove it home, and rewind to the very beginning of this video, and that's restart the unboxing. So with that being said, guys, you're caught up to when I started looking at it. So I set it up. The app, you download the special Samsung app in your phone, and you can load everything up, all your personal information, all that stuff. Log in, gives you the home screen, and right away I'm like, whoa, this is very bright, very colorful, new interface, crazy. And then went into TV, and it was a little weird. Did some adjustments there. Went into YouTube videos, more adjustments. Went into Netflix, HDR, looked great, adjustments there. And then went to gaming. Fired up Stellar Blade. That was the very first game I put on this TV, Stellar Blade, because I've played that game over 150 hours, so I know that game very, very well. So I looked immediately to the game, and detail on point with the TCL, a little bit crisper, boom. Color on point, very vibrant colors. Black levels. Now there's the thing. Black levels I had to adjust because right away you see some of those grayness and the blotches. So I needed to tinker with that. So immediately when you look at a Samsung 8K TV, you're probably gonna be like, I don't know. You gotta dive into the settings. Samsung is very particular in their settings. You have to dial them in right, back and forth, check it, uncheck it, play with that, play with this, finally dial it into what your eyes enjoy, and then you're happy. Now let me tell you guys, after a whole day and a half of tweaking, I can confidently say, and comparing it to my TCL side by side, I can confidently say that the Samsung 8K is much better than the TCL 8K in color, in detail, in motion, and in black levels. I couldn't be more thrilled to have a Samsung 8K in front of me as my main screen. I am absolutely just super ecstatic for all the new games coming out that I can experience on the flagship Samsung TV. Now, this is last year's flagship. This year's flagship, yes, has some new chip, AI chip that does wonders, but that literally is still $5,000. Ain't touching that. So I just want to say that I'm blessed and thankful that I have an 8K Samsung 900 series in the RAFCAVE. Super excited to watch it more often. It is just a treat to play with. And yeah, I'm very excited. So the RAFCAVE has an upgrade. It is the new Samsung 8K 900C 65-inch in front of me, which is probably 4.5 feet away from my face as I sit here and look at this giant screen. Now, it is awesome because it is actually thinner than the TCL. It's got an infinity bezel, so it's very, very thin all the way around. The sound, right? Because the sound is facing backwards, it sounds like everything's behind the screen, so whatever. I mean, I can turn on the ARC and have my surround sound going, that's fine. But you really want to mount this to the wall if you want to use this as a sound system, because the speaker's flying backwards, bounce off the wall, creates a sound. But anyway, we all know how speakers and TVs are ass. Don't ever think that TV sound is good in a TV. Forget about it. They're thin for a reason. They're minimalistic for a reason. And that's because they don't have to put speakers on the in a TV as a forefront. They're in the back. They're on the sides. It is whatever. Get a sound bar, or better yet, get a home theater for your TV. With that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to do any videos of the screen and all that stuff. You guys need to let me know if you want to see video demos of particular content. Let me know. Depends on the likes in this video. But I'm just going to keep moving on, playing the games, doing my live streams in 4K, and enjoying gaming and whatever else on this TV. So freaking cool. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button. Let me know you're excited for me to talk about this TV some more. And if you have a Samsung high-end QLED TV yourself, let me know what's your best feature and what you enjoy on your TV and the settings that you really recommend. The only complaint I have with this TV, of course, there's no Dolby Vision, right? But HDR10 Plus is awesome. The specular highlights on this TV is just as good. And there's no Dolby Vision gaming. That's an afterthought. It ain't gonna happen. Other than that, the only other complaint I have is switching inputs quickly. It's not quickly. There is no input button on the remote control. There's no input button on here. So you have to go through the home screen, scroll down, scroll over, click. That's the only complaint I have. There's no quick input option. Other than that, I'm very happy. Very happy. And yeah. Wow. Samsung is back in the RAFCAVE. Let's get it. Have a good day, guys. Like, subscribe, share, and see the next one. Home theater rules. RAF out. Don't forget Deadpool. This Thursday. This Friday. This Thursday. This Friday. Deadpool and Wolverine coming out. I'm seeing it twice in one day. Check out my reaction video on that. Have yourself a great day. Later.